What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby, up here with you.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too. No, that we're not doing that, cause but yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time.
2, 3.
I'm not lying. Oh, they beautiful.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. It was really nice meeting y'all.
Actually Keisha Dent too. But then I had found a name that said Keisha Kayla Dent. And I'm like, I don't even know if that goes with Keisha, if that has anything to do with her until
Amid the chaos surrounding P. Diddy, one figure has remained hauntingly silent. His sister. While Diddy's mother loves being in the spotlight, his sister has chosen to lurk in the shadows away from the glitz and glamour that is until now. Following his disgraceful arrest, she's ready to expose him after years of silence, and her story might just shake the very foundations of his empire. But many wonder, has she been hiding in fear of her own brother? If not, what has kept her quiet all this time? Stick around as we unravel the mystery of Diddy's sister and delve into the unsettling rumors that have swirled around the Diddy family. For years, complicated upbringing. Sean Combs and his sister had anything but a traditional upbringing, and many can't help but think this unconventional childhood is why he went on to become the complex figure he is. Combs and his sister were born and raised in Harlem in New York City to Janice and Melvin Combs, but they had a tough childhood after their father was murdered when they were very young. His mother struggled to raise him and his sister Kesha as the pair grew up in a broken home. Just 9 years later, the family moved to suburban Mount Vernon, New York. This is where he attended prep school and went on to get the nickname Puffy because of his habit of puffing up his chest during football practice. He attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., but dropped out after 2 years to work as an intern at Uptown Records in New York City, and within a year he ended up being promoted to vice president. It wasn't long before he landed himself in major trouble in December 1991, when 9 people were killed and 29 injured when crowds stormed into a charity basketball tournament organized by Combs at City College of New York in 1993. After being fired from Uptown, Combs chose to focus his efforts on starting his own record label, Bad Boy Entertainment, which is how his fame started. Diddy had years of huge success following his breakthrough, and even worked with well-known artists like Mariah Kentucky and Mary J. Blige. This chart-topping mogul had established himself as a prominent figure in the industry, but very few knew that beneath the glitz and glamour, unsettling secrets were waiting to be discovered. Diddy's public image became more closely tied to controversy as he ventured beyond music into clothing, acting, and a tequila brand. Even though he successfully reinvented himself, his troubled past continued to cast a shadow, raising doubts about his. He is currently under scrutiny for every area of his life, including his relationship with his family, as he faces big federal charges for sexual assault and abuse. It doesn't take long for the apple to fall from the tree, for Diddy's father to understand that Sean is coming as P. Combs was brutally shot to death when he was just 3 years old. Diddy Puff Daddy, or simply Diddy, was a little kid struck by tragedy. This devastating loss would mark the beginning of a long string of deaths that haunted Diddy's inner circle in a Reels episode named Murder in the Family. Combs' Sean Geraldo Rivera looked into how hardships and hurdles from boyhood have encircled the hip-hop mogul. Melvin Combs was killed in 1972 on the brutal streets of Harlem. His father's murder was never even looked into, according to Rivera, who wrote about it in a special piece. This unresolved loss had a profound effect on Sean, possibly even molding him into the man the world would come to know. Despite Diddy's apparently legendary status, Sean once talked about thinking back on his father's absence and how, as he grew older, the weight of not having a father figure to support him or ask for advice from became all too real. There have been rumors that Melvin worked for famous gangsters Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes, but Diddy quickly refuted those claims. An interview with him about his father that was found has sparked speculation about the man behind the fame. He freely revealed that his father was no ordinary man. He was a significant player in Harlem's drug trade, a kingpin who built his own empire. Sean stated he chose a different road, dominating the music industry instead of the drug game, but he acknowledged that he and his father had an uncanny resemblance. His father was not someone else's employee, he led his own gang, and was on the same level as these guys, of course. He was quick to explain that it wasn't something he glorified after all. His father lived a dangerous life. Selling drugs only gets you one of two things: jail or death. He acknowledged that he liked him, but he said that he was just following the rules. He spent the most of his life unaware of the full extent of his father's deeds and how he was involved in the drug trade. He only found the truth after conducting his own research, which was done long before the internet existed. He came across a newspaper story about his father's funeral, which confused him because it highlighted the family's lovely appearance mother wearing a fur coat, son Sean, who was only 3 years old instead of the tragic event that occurred. Diddy clarified as per. When he might have easily followed his father's footsteps and ended up with the terrible fate, it was his unwavering desire to making his father happy that catapulted him to popularity. In an interview a few years ago, Diddy said he understood why his mother had kept the truth from him. Growing up in Harlem, he believed that if he had realized what his father was actually up to, he would have followed in his footsteps and aimed to become one of the most powerful drug dealers in his community. But thinking back on that program, the part that sent chills down everyone's spine was when Diddy was questioned if people truly knew the real Sean Combs. His response was a stern no. The rapper has consistently denied the current racketeering and sex trafficking charges against him, pleading not guilty to all claims. However, chilling facts in the indictment have cast a shadow of doubt over the guy many believed they knew, the only woman by P. Diddy's side when it comes to Diddy and his mother Janice Combs. Their relationship has always been controversial, but with Diddy's latest incarceration, the criticism has only increased. You see, this wasn't your usual mother-son relationship. It's filled with strange behaviors and rumors that make people wonder how much Janice knew about, or perhaps engaged in her son's controversial lifestyle. But Janice, lovingly known as Mom Dukes by Diddy, has remained by his side through thick and thin. It's the how is everyone talking, the countless moments together over the years, but none have raised more eyebrows than a recently discovered video of Diddy and Janice getting drips together. Before he casually leans over to his mother and kisses her on the lips. And as if that wasn't bizarre enough, Diddy openly talks dragging his 83-year-old mother to strip clubs. Sure, did he compliments her beauty and independence, but for most people the mother-son strip club outing is pretty weird. Sadly, this isn't even the strangest part of their relationship. No, the uncomfortable dynamic goes much deeper. For a while now, there have been rumors saying that Janice may have been much more involved in Diddy's troubled life. Some even claim she attended his infamous freak shows and wild parties where all manner of debauchery was common. Rumors also suggest that Janice may have been more than just aware of these problematic incidents. Additionally, when the FBI supposedly discovered Janice in compromising positions on Diddy's home videos, many have wondered why. If there wasn't a stronger link between Janice and Diddy's alleged crimes, why would she be getting involved when she should be the furthest away from these events? Has decided to submit her passport as part of Diddy's bail conditions? It looks as though Diddy's incarceration will catapult her into the public eye in ways she has never desired. It's not the first time that Diddy's relationship with his mother has caused debate. According to those close to him, Sean had a history of verbally abusing her in public before he became well known. It got to the point where his friends had to act and confront him about his inappropriate behavior after numerous instances of it. One can't help but wonder why his family allowed his behavior to go unchecked for so long, and how much did his cousin know about his extravagant but demonic parties. The name Kesa Combs, the sister of P. Diddy, is so mysterious that not many people know anything about her life. In fact, many people believe that she was only a few months old when her father was killed, leaving their mother Janice to raise the two young children during a very difficult time. However, after choosing to leave Harlem, Janice knew she would do everything in her power to provide her children with a happy life. Both Kesha and Diddy attended Catholic schools. Kesha attended Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx. As for her post-secondary education, she chose against going to college because, let's face it, who really needs a degree when your brother is one of the biggest names in music? Kesha started working for Diddy in 2002, taking on roles like Director of External Affairs and Director of Media Marketing at Daddy's House social programs in New Jersey. Even before getting involved in her brother's business, Kesha was already mingling with notable figures in the business. On September 19, 1999, at the age of 28, she married Stephen Timothy Dent, a Grammy-nominated music engineer. The Notorious Big and Lil' Kim even disclosed in an interview that Diddy introduced him to his first group, 112, which was formed in the mid-1990s. Kesha's brother certainly assisted her in making the right connections and getting involved with the right people. But was she close enough to him to know about what was actually going on behind the scenes? With such strong roots in the music industry and a family linked to one of its most famous figures, Stephen joined Daddy's House recording studio in New York in 2004 as an audio engineer and managing director, strengthening the Combs family's connection to the industry. Apparently, he contributed to the soundtracks of the film Notoriety and the platinum record Bad Boys 2, along with numerous other songs. People are naturally very interested in learning what Kesha and Janice knew about Diddy's behavior, particularly how he treated women, and whether or not they were aware of the charges of violence against Cassie and Kim Porter, or the crazy lifestyle he lived, if you're inclined to believe claims. Diddy allegedly frequently humiliated his mother, showing that his family was at least aware of his issues. It's interesting to note that Kesha and Stephen Dent were probably close to those who were aware of the upheaval surrounding Diddy's life, even if they weren't aware of it themselves, because of Dent's connection with Diddy and the Bad Boy roster. A quick background check on Kesha turned up her.
It's important to note that the special housing unit is a lockdown, 24-hour lockdown unit. The MDC Brooklyn is a high-rise. The vast majority of the floors are general population floors. But the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown facility. So this is for Mr. Combs' protection. His incredible worldwide celebrity combined with the allegations, the charges now, and indictment, of course, of acts of violence against women make him a very attractive target.
All
so
right.
they need to safeguard him.
Joining me very quickly, and I want to circle back to you, Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter, okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
You heard about him catching the sexual assault on the little designer dude?
Yep.
Right. Him. Imagine you got 2 7-foot-tall, swole guys in dresses, cornering you in a hotel in a bedroom. You finna be scared. Facts. So, like, I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party. All the waitresses topless.
Right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
No,
the best.
I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't. People say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Cause P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir.
Now to a CNN exclusive, the Department of Justice may be taking steps to indict music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
2 sources close to the investigation tell us that a federal grand jury may soon hear from Diddy's accusers. Since November, Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits, 7 of them directly accusing him of sexual assault.
I mean, in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, like the first 3-4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being
Shocking new accusations. His alleged victim humiliated and traumatized. Diddy's legal troubles just got bigger, less than 4 hours after his somber mea culpa.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Extra has obtained this explosive new 15-page lawsuit filed by model Crystal McKinney. She claims he got her drunk and high with a joint that was laced with what she says was a narcotic or other intoxicating substance.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a sex trafficking investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug mule.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex, they're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be under a context, like they in a act. That's what they're looking for. So now they're going to go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got little kids or little girls or something like that in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of there, it's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about Not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're going to push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this when they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street. He wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
How are you doing this morning? How's it going, Justin? Quincy, how you feeling this morning? How the twins?
Oh, man. I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Yo, I did it. Talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
He said, I'm going to drug them out. I'm going to get them all on drugs. And I'm going to pimp their ass out in the studio. He said, yo, I'm going to drug their ass off and pick them up and pimp them out to my...
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. And I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
And I know people gonna think that, yo, this is all what Gene wanted to see. But now, listen here, man. The devil got a purpose, God got a plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? The devil got his purpose, but God got a plan. You understand? And it's all in God's plan, man. You understand? To let people see, because a lot of people wasn't believing that this stuff even existed, brother. A lot of people didn't even think that Cassie was telling lies. Gene been telling lies. Lil Rob been telling lies. Everybody lying on Diddy. But Diddy told the truth.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
You could indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they doing, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury.
Now, in 2020, Justin stopped talking to his pastor because he got caught cheating on his wife. He got accused of SA. He's saying everything's not true, but he confessed to cheating on his wife on Instagram. And so Justin Bieber cut him off. That's kind of scary, right? The way Justin was acting with this guy, and now everything's over. Like, we have no relationship whatsoever. Was Justin scared? Like, nah, I got to get away from this guy if something comes out about us. I don't know. And it's crazy to even talk about it like this because this guy's a pastor.
I basically said to myself, oh my God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff.
Pastor Carl Lentz, who at the time was also involved with advising a number of NBA stars, most notably Kyrie Irving.
21-year-old Justin is giving 15-year-old Justin advice.
I was so innocent because I was innocent and I was young and I trusted everybody. And being young and innocent in this industry, it's not necessarily the best thing because people take advantage of vulnerability. And so I think I was just in a place of just trusting everyone and, thinking everyone was on my side and eventually getting burned. And
now Justin Bieber made it a big effort that he wanted to protect Billie Eilish, who was a huge fan of his growing up, because she was also young coming into the industry. And he was worried that she might be taken advantage of like him.
I just wanted to protect her, It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they loved me and, just turn their back on you in a second. People take for granted encounters and I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Yes. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party. I think half the people there were kid. You would have loved it.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld Tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far so good. Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party. I think half the people there were kid. You would have loved it.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They is doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is a legend, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld Tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
They
what
would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her.
I would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me. And by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing.
One former warden who worked at the facility says Combs's life could still be in danger there.